Hi again. This video is about basic aspects in rhythm and notation in Western music. Rhythm is a pattern of sounds and silence that may use the same pitch, a different pitch, or a non-defined pitch. Three of the aspects present in rhythm are pulse, beat, and tempo. In music, pulse is a perception of a series of events that appear at equal time intervals. In nature, we can find a pulse in humans and the animals that have a heart and blood circulating in their bodies. In a music piece, if the sounds appear at equal time intervals, then the pulse of that particular piece is the same as its rhythm. But the sounds may suggest a pulse while appearing at different time intervals from it, in which case the pulse is an aspect that is still present but is not heard. Beat in music is a percussive element of a piece that makes the pulse evident, and it may or may not match the pulse at every moment. The beat may be the only element present in a music piece. Performers and composers use a device called metronome, not that metronome. Performers and composers use that metronome as a reference for the pulse to practice or compose a music piece. This device produces a continuous repetition of a click sound at equal time intervals that are measured in beats per minute. This time measurement is called tempo, and it indicates how fast or slow a music piece is played. A tempo marking is one of the first details present in notated music. For the last 100 years or so, the tempo marking has been done with a specific beat per minute number. Earlier than that, composers used words in Italian language like adagio, andante, allegro, or presto to indicate tempo. And farther back, in the Baroque period, some type of dance pieces had names like allemande, courante, sarabande, minuet, gavotte, and jig that had an approximate tempo known by composers, performers, and the people who danced to the music. In Western music notation, lines, symbols, and text are used to indicate instrumentation, rhythm, pitch, register, volume, phrasing, and note articulations. The symbols that represent notes have three main parts: note head, stem, and flag. Together, these three parts represent a relative note duration. In most cases, the note heads have an oval shape, but it may be a diamond, square, or X among other shapes. And the combined features of the note symbols are organized so that the duration of the note is reduced by half with each variation of the symbol. Therefore, a hollow oval notehead with no stem has a whole note value. The same notehead with a stem has a half note value, and a solid oval notehead with a stem has a quarter note value. Then, if a flag is added, the note value will be an eighth, and with each additional added flag, the duration will decrease by half. These note symbols also have names like semi-brief, minim, and crochet that have fallen out of use. In the case of pitched instruments, the notation system uses 5 horizontal lines called staff that, along with clefs, indicate the pitch. For non-pitched instruments, different smaller numbers of staff lines may be used to indicate combinations of single sound instruments like bass drum, snare drum, and claves. Also, in the system, vertical lines along with numeric fractions called time signature are used to group time units where the pulse is to be accented. These groups between the vertical lines are called bars. Let's notate some sounds for one type of drum called tom-tom, and since this instrument is a non-pitched percussion, we can use a staff with a single horizontal line. We now add a percussion clef and a 4/4 time signature to the staff. And we can use a metronome set at 100 beats per minute to guide us. This metronome, also called click, is indicating the pulse, and in this case, each click sound will have the duration of a quarter note. Now let's hear it without the metronome. Other common time signatures that use a quarter note as a tempo unit are 3/4 and 2/4. Let's notate more sounds for the same drum in 3/4 bars. Without the metronome. Now, let's notate rhythms for other percussion instruments grouped in a drum kit using a 5-line staff, with a percussion clef, 4/4 time signature, a 120 beat per minute tempo marking, and a drum kit key that describes the instrument layout so we know where each instrument is in the staff. In drum kits and other non-pitch percussion instruments, the rhythms that are played in repeated patterns are called beats. So this first rhythm that we notated is called the money beat by drummers and other musicians. Let's hear 4 bars of it without the metronome. Let's notate another beat. Four bars without the metronome. And one more beat. And 4 bars without the metronome. Thanks for watching.